Okay, we're ready, Dave. Hang on tight. Great.
A panoramic view of Dave Williams as he is being maneuvered on the Canadarm2. He is the third Canadian to walk in space, joining Chris Hadfield and Steve McLean.
The spacewalk is one of the most demanding tasks for an astronaut. It requires physical strength, concentration, years of training, and a complete understanding of how the International Space Station operates. Hi, I'm Jeremy Hansen. The Canadian Space Agency's astronaut recruitment campaign is underway, and the second round of selections is now complete. The 32 remaining candidates were put through emergency simulations designed to test their resilience and their ability to think and react under pressure.
Okay, listen up. Mission Control has just warned that there are fires and potential water damage up ahead.
Find the source of the smoke that's hostile!
These evaluations help determine if the candidates can handle intense situations in challenging environments similar to those encountered in space. As the candidates went through these various scenarios, they needed to exhibit abilities like problem solving, dexterity, coordination, leadership, and of course, team spirit.
First we tie on this side and on that side, and then we put the elastic band around it.
Sweep with your arm. Sweep with your arm. And one.
These abilities, combined with sheer determination, are what is needed for spaceflight. In the harsh environment of space, the ability to adapt and find creative solutions under pressure is crucial.
As astronauts, we spend thousands of hours planning and training in countless simulations that prepare us for just about anything on a space mission. But you never really know what to expect until you get there. Space is a compelling and sometimes hostile environment, a zero-fault tolerant environment where errors can have catastrophic consequences. On my first spacewalk, astronaut Rick Mastracchio and I talked a lot about what would happen when we exited the airlock to see this compelling view looking 400 kilometers down to the surface of the Earth. No one wants to become frozen holding onto the handrails while they're getting their bearings.
Hey, Dave, if you're ready, I'll give the Canadian man a ride on the Canadian arm. Jeez, thanks.
I remember on my second spacewalk, being on the end of the Canadarm, pointing straight out into space, hovering 400 kilometers over the Earth by myself. I couldn't see the space station behind me, and it took me a minute or so to relax, to take a couple of deep breaths and enjoy the view.
Coming in. Happy. You know, I think with this run, the training we got just really paid off.
I couldn't agree more, guys.
The complexity of the tasks we perform often take us to the limits of our abilities.
Using any means available to make your way into the route.
Okay, so our task is to move the isotopes of all the balls from point A to point B.
Astronauts need to have the technical and the team skills to be able to succeed.
Sorry, guys.
We were on something there.
They also need to have focus and situational awareness to prevent, anticipate, and manage any adverse events that may happen. How you handle an emergency in space can mean the difference between life and death for yourself and the crew.
We need to speed up, guys! We need to speed up!
There's a fire in here, guys!
At this stage of the selection process, some of these emergency situations have no real solution and can push the candidates to their breaking point. When I went through these simulations back in 2009, the emergencies felt very realistic, and so did the sense of urgency and pressure.
Now use your reach! Use your reach!
We were fighting fires in full bunker gear. It was sort of like doing a cardio workout where you're trying to put out flames and your body temperature just keeps rising and rising.
Fire in the hole!
And then moments later, you have to try to contain a flood in frigid cold water while your hands are cramping up and your body temperature starts to plummet. We were put in situations as a team where there was no clear path forward, no obvious answer. That is the reality of an astronaut's job.
All exercises must be done in cadence. Go up and down together.
1, up, 2, up, 3.
These candidates need to keep their cool, follow procedures, and find creative solutions.
Look what we do with 3. You can take them off.
Guys are brilliant.
Most importantly, they need to work as a team and persevere. It's an important milestone on the road to finding out who will be the next Canadian astronauts.